And let's go.
¿Qué hora es?
Ya, 5:30.
¿Qué tiene? La clase es a las 6. Mamá. Mamá.
Hi, everybody.
La clase es a las 6.
Okay.
O sea, no puedo llegar ahorita y quedarme 30 minutos.
2 minutes for the people connect, please. Thank you, everybody. Muchas gracias a todos por conectarse. Hola, Liz. Hola a todos. Muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí. Estoy muy contenta de que tengamos a Ben. We are very happy to have Ben for us today. We are now like 180 people. So maybe we can start. Ya son las 5:30, so vamos a empezar. Voy a hablar medio pocho, así es que...
Spanglish.
Spanglish. Ok. Bueno, tengo también aquí a Lore Pomar. Lore es mi amiga y es parte de mi equipo en ICEN y ella nos va a ayudar con la traducción de las respuestas de Ben al español. Yo le voy a hacer las preguntas y bueno, vamos a iniciar. Bienvenidos todos. Ben Woodward was the former global president of NICEN and the former managing director of Europe. He has served on the board of directors for the UK Trade Association for our industry and on the board of directors for the CEO Council for the European Trade Association. In addition to being in NICEN, Ben has held senior executive positions into multi-billion-dollar network marketing companies. In addition to being a NICEN Royal Diamond, Ben is the best-selling author, his book being recognized by Entrepreneur magazine as one of the top 5 self-empowerment books of 2020. Very congratulations.
Thank you.
He and his wife, Kim, are the parents of 7 children and are currently expecting their 8th. Wow. That's the most exciting thing, I think. Ben is also a sought-after keynote speaker and business consultant. So, Ben, thank you very much for this moment with us. We appreciate very much your time. And Ben is our sponsor of all the community that is now connected, 215 people now. We are yours. Like I said to Botanas, we are yours.
Thank you so much.
So Ben, welcome. Tell us first your story as CEO and this transition when you decide to become a Royal Diamond consultant at NICEN.
Excellent, thank you. Well, it's been a wonderful experience being with NICEN.
Ha sido una experiencia maravillosa haber estado trabajando con NICEN.
I've worked in the industry professionally, as you referenced, since I was in my early 20s.
Entré a la compañía cuando estaba en mis 20s.
And I've always been fascinated and in love with the idea of having an entrepreneurial spirit and the chance to create our own destiny.
Estuve fascinado por esta intervención al mundo empresarial.
What attracted me to NICEN, but I joined NICEN on the corporate side, as you mentioned. Oh, yeah, I joined NICEN on the corporate side to begin with. And what attracted me to NICEN was its cause, its reason for being as a business.
Estuve atraído por el negocio, estuve atraído a NICEN por el negocio y por lo atractivo que fue.
And this reason for being, for those of you that are listening today, that are new, that are looking at Nikken for the first time, is centered on what we call the 5 pillars of wellness.
Lo que más me llamó la atención fue haber estado centrado en los 5 pilares. 5.
Yeah, these 5 pillars are a healthy mind, a healthy body, healthy
Okay.
family, healthy society, healthy finances.
Ok, eran mente. Los 5 pilares. Again, please. The
Yeah,
5.
a healthy mind, a
Okay.
healthy body,
Una mente saludable.
a healthy family,
Una familia saludable.
healthy society,
Una sociedad saludable.
and healthy finances.
Y también finanzas saludables.
And the goal, of course, is to help people get balance in those 5 areas.
Así es. La meta es que las personas tengan un balance en esos 5 áreas o 5 pilares.
When I moved to California a number of years ago to become the president,
Cuando me mudé a California para ser presidente,
I was really grateful for the opportunity to have as much impact and influence on that cause as I could.
estuve muy agradecido en poder impactar en ese sentido a los demás.
We made some wonderful changes in our business, which were very exciting in helping people to attract more customers and to reach out and build a bigger community.
Hicimos grandes cambios en ese sentido para poder tener otros cambios en la comunidad.
During this time, one of the leaders in Nikken decided to go somewhere else, wanted to do something different.
Durante ese tiempo decidimos, would you please repeat the phrase, the sentence?
Yeah, one of the leaders in Nikken decided to do something different and they went somewhere else.
Ok, algunos de los líderes decidieron no continuar e irse hacia otro destino.
This happens from time to time in network marketing. I've seen it in all the other companies that I've worked with in this industry.
Bueno, eso pasa de tiempo en tiempo y bueno, pues se van hacia otras compañías.
But Dave Johnson, who is the grandfather of Nikken, he's the #1 guy in the distributorship in the field.
Dave Johnson es el abuelo de Nikken.
Yeah, he and I were chatting during this time, and he said, Ben, what kind of message would it give if you as the president moved into that position and decided to lead the field? What would that say?
Ok, Dave Johnson estuvo platicando conmigo en esos días y me preguntó si podíamos, ¿qué pasaría si yo estuviera en ese lado con Nikken?
This was an opportunity where I could take the strategies that we had introduced as a company and then work shoulder to shoulder with the field.
Ok, entonces fueron estas las estrategias que pudimos tomar y trabajar hombro a hombro.
And so I spoke to Mr. Foley, who's the chairman, Kurt Foley.
What was the name of the German?
Kurt Foley. I spoke to Kurt Foley. He's our CEO and our chairman.
Ok, hablé con el alemán Kurt, what's the name? Sorry.
Kurt Foley. Yeah.
Kurt Foley. Hablé con este hombre alemán.
And I asked him, I said, what do you think? What do you think we should do about this? Is this a good decision? And we all concluded that this would be a great opportunity to really help us move the business forward.
Ok, entonces hablé con él y le pregunté si era una buena oportunidad tomar esta nueva camino. Y bueno, decidimos que sí, que sería una excelente decisión.
So we made a very rare decision. It was so rare that it made industry news.
Ok, entonces hicimos una extraña decisión.
And I resigned my position as president and moved into the field as a distributor.
Ok, entonces terminé y renuncié a mi posición y entonces me dediqué hacia esta nueva posición en Nikken.
So during that time, I've been a top PV qualifier, a top PGV qualifier, a Team Kaizen qualifier to demonstrate my engagement as much as possible.
What is the name of the position? Top?
PV, That's personal volume.
Personal volume, ajá,
Yeah. And group volume.
and group
So
volume.
top group volume. And then Team Kaizen. So all of the incentives that Niken has put on in North America, I've made sure I'd win.
Ok, entonces me moví de ser tener un puesto como de persona que maneja mucho volumen de personal, también grupos a nivel volumen o a numerosos grupos.
And it has been a remarkable experience to be in the field. It has been perhaps one of the greatest decisions of my career I have ever made.
Fue una de las decisiones más inteligentes que yo he tomado al haber cambiado este rumbo en mi carrera profesional.
So we've had the chance to connect with distributors on a far more intimate level and help people achieve more goals.
Tuvimos la oportunidad de lograr que las personas tuvieran mayores logros.
And I've been able to bring my family along for the ride in a way that I could never have done before.
Tuve la oportunidad de llevarme a mi familia y de poderla incluir en este viaje nuevo.
So this has been a wonderful transition, a wonderful change for us.
Ok, esto ha sido un excelente y maravilloso transición y también para todos.
And I have been really, truly humbled and really grateful for all of the support that I've felt as a team leader with those that I've been able to work with. It's been a wonderful team experience.
Me he sentido muy humilde, muy agradecido por toda esta experiencia y poder haber ayudado a todas estas personas.
Yeah. So.
Thank you, Ben. And please tell us, how are you right now with that decision, and why do you think that Niken fits better in your lifestyle as a corporative man and now like independent entrepreneur?
One of the big changes is my control over time.
Uno de mis grandes cambios ha sido poder controlar mi tiempo.
In senior corporate roles, your schedule is very busy. I was traveling almost every week to different countries on business assignments.
Ok, perdón. Como corporativo senior, me la pasaba viajando.
Yeah, I was traveling almost every week to a different country.
Viajaba casi todas las semanas.
And I had done that for over a decade, over 10 years.
Lo hice por alrededor de 10 años.
Now, as an independent business owner, my wife and I have more control over our time and how we manage our lifestyle.
Ahora, como asesor independiente, tenemos más control sobre nuestro tiempo y mi esposa y yo podemos disfrutar de ello.
It means when I do travel, I get to bring my family with me.
En ese sentido, traigo a mi familia conmigo, entonces.
It's been fantastic. We've set that as a family goal. Everywhere I travel, at least one kid comes with me.
Hacemos estos viajes como una meta y entonces a todos lados me llevo a mi familia.
So some of them have been to Mexico, to Texas, to Paris, to all over the place, to Toronto. It's just been fantastic to be able to expose them to the world.
Hemos viajado a diferentes lugares, por ejemplo, Canadá, Toronto, y ha sido maravilloso este viaje.
A big thing for me, though, is as dad, the opportunity and to be present for my children.
Would you please repeat, please?
Yeah, one of the big benefits for me as a dad is to be so present and available for my children.
Claro, uno de los grandes beneficios que he tenido como papá ha sido que he estado presente en cada una de las situaciones con mis hijos.
My wife right now is heavily pregnant and we've got 7 kids.
Mi esposa ahora está embarazada y tenemos 7 hijos.
It means that I can let her rest in the morning and I can do the school runs.
Entonces eso significa que ella descanse en la mañana y yo hago todos los arreglos para la escuela.
It's such a little thing, isn't it? Something like that. And yet it's so big. It's so valuable.
Es algo pareciera tan insignificante, pero es muy valioso para mí.
If I can just share one quick story, we had a trip that was a Caribbean cruise that Niken had put on.
Puedo compartir una historia que hubo un viaje al Caribe y que Niken nos puso en el camino.
And Kim and I were both going on that trip together.
Kim y yo estuvimos en ese viaje juntos.
And I was really excited about this. This was her first cruise she would have ever experienced.
Estuvo muy emocionada Kim porque fue su primer viaje en crucero.
And I'm not sure how many mums are listening. Maybe you'll relate to this.
No sé cuántos meses estuvimos involucrados en esto.
But I asked her, of all the different things that will happen on this cruise, the places we'll go, what are you looking forward to the most?
Pero le pregunté qué es lo que más le había gustado.
And she paused, she thought for a minute, and then she said, being able to go to the bathroom without any interruptions.
Y entonces ella me contestó que es increíble poder hacer este viaje y poder ir al baño sin tener ninguna interrupción.
Yeah, there's lots of big things that happen in Nikan, big trips, great experiences. It's often the little things.
Okay, son muchas cosas las que yo he logrado con Niken, son pequeños detalles, pero que realmente yo aprecio al estar en Niken.
But it's often the little things that make the biggest difference.
Son las pequeñas cosas que nos hacen identificarlas o a valorar las grandes cosas.
Our day-to-day living is so different because I'm at home and I'm present.
Estoy presente en casa.
Yeah, that's been the greatest thing, I think, for us.
Eso ha sido lo más increíble para nosotros, poder estar en casa.
Yes, with this pandemic, my husband also make home office, and I'm very grateful that he now can help me with the kids in the afternoon, so we can have.
You can switch, yeah.
Switch. Yes, it's perfect for me.
Yeah.
So Ben, please tell us the thing most important in our business is to find people, to find prospects, to have conversations in every meeting on everything.
Yeah.
How did you prospect persons, new people? How is the way that you communicate the business opportunity with new people?
Yeah, there's a process that I follow that I think is really important to understand.
Es un proceso y que siento que es importante poderlo comprender.
The first is you've got to make a decision that you're going to do it.
Okay, el primer paso es tomar una decisión para hacerlo.
If we don't make that personal commitment that we're going to recruit more people, it's not going to get done. We can skirt around, but we've got to really decide.
Tenemos que hacer un primer compromiso, si no, pues bueno, solamente vamos a estar dando vueltas.
So the other thing is, once you've made the decision, you've got to develop the mindset, the mentality.
Una vez que se hace esta decisión, entonces tenemos que hacer este desarrollo de mentalidad, de actitud.
What do I mean by that?
¿Qué quiero decir con esto?
It means we don't sound apologetic when we're talking about it. We're brave when we speak. We're courageous as we talk.
Buscamos ser valientes cuando hablamos.
And we recognize that we're offering people something that is valuable and life enriching.
Reconocemos que estamos ofreciendo algo valioso a las personas y que puede ser alcanzable para ellos.
And then from there, I think we start by building out and understanding the importance of building connections and making friends.
Entonces, comenzamos a hacer conexiones, vamos a ser amigos.
From that point, one thing that I have found is perhaps been my greatest resource in this
Desde ese punto, would you repeat, please?
In the process of building friendships and making acquaintances, one thing I have found has been very important above everything else.
Lo más importante de ese proceso o desde ese punto es hacer amigos.
And that is this principle. It's not who you know, it's who they know that counts.
Y desde este principio es saber quién es, who you know.
Yeah, it's not who I know, it's who they know.
Okay.
Yeah, so the point is we need to constantly ask for referrals.
Okay. Entonces es muy importante que preguntemos por referidos.
And that doesn't stop at the second circle.
No se detiene en el segundo círculo.
For example, I may only know Barbara, but Barbara knows Lore.
Por ejemplo, yo conozco a Bárbara o a Lore.
So I ask, as I talk with Barbara, she may say she's not interested, but I ask her, who do you know? Is there anyone that you know that may be?
Entonces le pregunto a Bárbara si conoce a alguien que pudiera interesarle.
She may give me Lore's name, but Lore may give me the same answer.
Bárbara me puede dar algunos nombres, pero también Lore lo puede hacer.
The key to this is you don't stop there. You ask Lore the same question.
Ok, entonces la respuesta o la clave para esto es hacer las mismas preguntas a Lore.
Who do you know? Is there anyone that you know? Ask for
¿A quién
referrals.
conoces? Ajá, ¿a quién conoces? Y preguntarle por referidos.
In this process, I think we've got to understand that it's the long game strategy that counts.
En este juego, en este proceso, perdón, lo que más importa es largo plazo.
We don't want to be burning bridges and destroying friendships. We want to enrich them and make them better.
No queremos quemar puentes, por así decirlo, sino que queremos hacer amistades largas.
So it's something where you're also offering service to others.
Así que ofrecemos servicio a otros.
As we're making friendships, as we're building acquaintances, we're looking for needs. Is there a problem in their life or a gap that I can help fix?
En ese proceso hacemos amigos y les preguntamos por sus necesidades y cómo podemos ayudarle a resolverlas.
And again, I always go back to those 5 pillars.
Y de vuelta vuelvo a estos 5 pilares.
So I listen to what they say. I ask lots of questions. I listen a lot.
Les escucho mucho y les hago preguntas.
And I listen with my eyes.
Escucho con mis ojos.
Because what we observe in what they say, what they don't say, how they feel, their body language, we can learn from all of that in order to meet their needs.
Escuchamos con los ojos, veo su lenguaje corporal para que así yo pueda tener una imagen más clara sobre la situación.
So when I'm engaging with people, I look for ways that I can give back. That always encourages them to give back to me. It's reciprocal.
Entonces yo cuando me comprometo con las personas, veo de qué manera ellos también me pueden retroalimentar.
The other thing that I do that I think is really important is to develop positive daily habits.
Otra de las cosas que hago es desarrollar hábitos del día a día.
And it's important that we make this activity a daily activity.
Y a que hagamos de esta actividad una acción diaria.
It's very easy in network marketing to get distracted with other things. We're in charge of our own business.
Es muy común y fácil que podamos distraernos.
So we really need to prioritize finding new people.
Okay, realmente necesitamos priorizar. Sorry again. Prioritize what? Sorry.
Finding new people. Finding new people.
Ajá. Priorizar, encontrar nuevas personas.
And so we need to look for different ways that we can add new people to our contact list on a daily basis.
Entonces requerimos de una lista de contactos en una acción diaria.
I would say, starting out, as advice to people that are listening,
Puedo decir que hay que escuchar a las personas.
you start with the skill set that you currently have.
Terminar again, please.
You start with the skill set that you currently have.
No, I don't get that.
For example, talking to people face to face versus talking to people on social media.
Ok, entonces es hablar con las personas cara a cara o bien ahora hacerlo por las redes sociales.
We can find people and connect with people every day.
Podemos encontrar y conectar personas todos los días.
But we need to find the skills that work best for us.
Ok, entonces necesitamos encontrar las habilidades para poder conectar con las personas, ¿no?
I like joining Facebook groups and connecting with people online.
Me gusta encontrarme con personas en el Facebook, en los grupos de Facebook.
And getting involved in conversations and discussions.
Ok, e involucrarme con ellos en conversaciones y discusiones.
And this is a great way to find new people and to make new friends.
Esta es una excelente manera de encontrar nuevas personas y nuevos amigos.
And this for me is really helpful.
Esto realmente me ayuda muchísimo.
And it's great to see the opportunity to connect with people far and wide as a result of that.
Es increíble saber cómo puedes encontrar estas personas y ver lo más lejos que puedes llegar con ello.
So that would be my suggestion, is to find the ways that work best for you. For me, I like to do it online.
Lo más importante que yo considero es encontrar la mejor manera que te funcione a ti. Mi mejor manera es en línea, en social media.
And the other point that I would say on this is we always need to be prepared.
Y lo que siempre digo es que siempre tienes que estar preparado.
So in our cars, when we're driving, we should have something in our cars that can help us if we get an opportunity while we're out and about.
Cars?
A car,
Cars?
yeah, something you drive, yeah? If you're driving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for example, some
Okay,
products.
entonces, examples.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Yeah.
So
For
when we're driving-
example, for example, you might have some flyers, you might have
Okay.
some product, you might have something in your phone that you can
Okay.
show people.
Okay. Entonces es muy útil que tengamos, por ejemplo, flyers, algo de producto, por si se requiere, por si se encuentra la ocasión.
But we've got to remember that preparation precedeth power.
Pero lo que más importa es la preparación.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sí, lo que dice
Sorry.
Ben es que siempre hay que estar preparados para cualquier situación. Si vas en el coche, bueno, pues traes tu producto. Si estás en el celular, tienes toda la información, las fotos, el catálogo, o sea, todo tienes que estar todo el tiempo preparado porque si no, no vas a poder cerrar. Hay personas que si no tienes en ese momento la información, se te puede enfriar tanto el contacto como el acercamiento. Entonces, siempre hay que estar preparados. So Ben, I like very much the habits. This pandemic, I start with new habits. I read the book Atomic Habits of James Clear, and I really like it. I have new habits. Oh, it's wonderful. Yes, it's a very, very good book. So tell me, please, which are the habits that you think that we need, like our own boss? Because we don't have boss, we don't have a schedule like that.
Yeah.
So which are the best habits that we need to have a very good business?
The first is goal setting and time management. Those two are really important.
Ok, el primero es, bueno, la pregunta, Barbie, ¿no? La pregunta la formulamos.
Sí, la pregunta es, le decía a Ben que en esta pandemia a mí lo que me ha ayudado mucho es el libro de hábitos atómicos de James Clear, porque me ha ayudado a mí instalar nuevos hábitos de negocio como levantarme temprano, tener una estructura y tener horarios para cada cosa, ¿no? Y bloques de tiempo. Y le pregunto a él que cuáles son los hábitos que él considera que necesitamos los empresarios en ICANN para tener buenos hábitos de negocio.
Ok, goal setting, o sea, que tengamos una meta, que nos establezcamos una meta y también control de tiempo.
Yeah, there are too many people in our business that don't schedule their time. And it's really, really important that we book that in.
Ok, hay muchas personas en el negocio que no se establecen un horario y es muy importante que lo hagan.
The other thing to do as well is to have a space that we can dedicate in our homes to working.
Ok, necesitamos tener, la segunda cosa, lo que tenemos que hacer es tener un espacio en nuestra casa para dedicarnos a esto.
We've got to make that space clear, keep it tidy, dedicate it, have the time set aside so that we can work our business.
Ok, tiene que ser un espacio claro, establecer tiempo, también bien organizado para que podamos realizar estas actividades.
Then in regards to daily activities, I would prioritize the following.
Ok, y de acuerdo a las actividades, voy a priorizar estas siguientes.
Contact list building. We need to schedule time to do that every day.
Contact
list building.
Ok, tenemos que hacer una lista de contactos.
Yeah. Follow up. That is critical.
Perdón, el seguimiento.
There are too many people that leave money on the table because they fail to follow up.
Hay muchas personas que dejan el dinero en la mesa porque no dan seguimiento.
We also need to schedule and prioritize connecting with people and giving presentations.
También necesitamos priorizar en conectar personas.
So those three, sorry.
And what else? Connecting people, sorry, and what else?
Giving presentations.
And giving presentations y dar presentaciones.
Yeah. The more we do of those things, build the contact list, give presentations, and do the follow-up, the stronger we will be as we do that on a scheduled plan.
Ok, entonces haciendo estas actividades podemos empoderar nuestras, pues nuestra labor, lo que es la lista de contactos, el seguimiento, conectar con personas y dar presentaciones.
And I want to emphasize one last point.
Y quiero enfatizar un último punto.
There is a law of attrition in every business.
There is a lot of...
There is attrition, meaning people go in and people come out.
Oh, ok.
Yeah.
Hay mucho flujo de entrada y salida de personas en las compañías.
That happens across every industry, yeah?
Eso sucede en todas las compañías.
Look at your local gym in the beginning of the year, how busy it is.
Fíjense en el gimnasio al principio de año, qué ocupado es, qué bullicioso, qué concurrido es.
And then look a few months later, it's pretty empty.
y después, fíjense, un par de meses después ya está vacío.
So it's human nature to start and then stop.
Entonces es la naturaleza del hombre que se detenga.
So how many people we add to our list, how many people we speak to,
Ujú. ¿Cuántas personas agregamos a nuestra lista? ¿A cuántas personas platicamos con ella?
and how many people we follow up with, that impacts or should relate to our goals.
¿O a cuántas personas les damos seguimientos para poder alcanzar nuestras metas?
Sometimes people have a small number. They will do those activities, but the amount of it that they do is only a little.
Algunas personas tienen muy poquitas personas, pero realmente lo que hagan será muy poco.
The problem with that is the people they bring in only replace the people that go out.
El único problema con eso es que las personas que ellos tengan o traigan solamente va a reemplazar los que ya tengan.
So they work to keep the business exactly the same, flat.
Entonces solamente trabajan para su negocio y que se mantenga igual, plano.
So our goals when we plan for growth need to include the reality that some people will come in and go out.
Entonces nuestras metas deben de ser mucho mayores para que podamos incluir justamente esas personas que van a entrar y salir todo el tiempo.
If we build that into our daily activities, we will really fly.
Si integramos estas actividades a nuestras actividades diarias, podemos volar.
Perfect. Thank you, Ben. I have another question.
Mhm.
In Mexico, most of the consultants are women. So I know that in US and Europe, they have a lot of men.
Mm.
So we want to know, because in Mexico, the men, it's more difficult. We don't know, it's some mindset about the network marketing, or it's our way to offer the business opportunity. Which is the best way to contact men?
Well, there's a bigger question that needs answering on this.
La pregunta, Barbie.
As an industry, the average ratio of women to men, it's 80% women as an industry.
Ok, le pregunté a Ben que por qué en México el 90% somos mujeres, en lugar de Estados Unidos y Europa, donde hay más hombres haciendo el negocio. Y él dice que en general, en la industria de redes de mercadeo, el 80% son mujeres.
Yeah, so as an industry, looking bigger than Nikan, the average numbers of women to men, it's 80% women in our industry.
Entonces el porcentaje más alto es 80% mujeres en esta industria.
Okay, but this is the point that is really important. One of the reasons that we have a high number of women in Mexico is because of the existing network that we have. We often have connections based on our own circle of influence.
Ok, entonces está basado como en el porcentaje de mujeres que trabaja. So what do you mean, Ben? That it is based?
Yeah, what I mean by this is I had a friend that was a professional athlete.
Okay.
Yeah. That lady, because of her connections and who she was, built up a community in her business that was focused around sport and people interested in sports and healthy living.
Ok, entonces lo que se refiere, Ben, aquí ayúdame un poquito, Barbie, porque como que no entiendo bien el concepto de 80%.
Sí, a lo que se refiere Ben es que tiene mucho que ver que somos más mujeres porque nuestras conexiones, nuestros círculos son de mujeres.
Okay.
Entonces, que es en el círculo en que nosotros nos desenvolvemos y entonces es muchísimo más fácil, ¿no? Conectar con mujeres. Por ejemplo, en mi caso, que yo soy mamá de 2 niños, todas las conexiones que yo tengo son de la escuela de mis hijos, de sus clases extraescolares. Entonces, que esto lo que hace es que potencialmente lo que hacemos es ofrecer la oportunidad a más mujeres.
Yeah, and the same thing I saw in another company where they had a great market in the United States, as an example.
Que lo que ve es que en Estados Unidos, en otra compañía, el mercado de esa compañía es algo totalmente distinto, ¿no?
And then one day, there was a guy that was from Latin America that joined the business, and he became a great leader.
Y un día esa persona de Latinoamérica se volvió un líder.
And because of his connections, his circle of influence, he built a huge organization in America that was all Latin.
Ok. Y como esta persona era latinoamericano, hizo una red muy grande justamente de latinos en Estados Unidos.
He didn't try to copy what the US was doing. He utilized the strength of his own network.
No trató de imitar la red de mercadeo que había en Estados Unidos, sino que construyó la de él mismo.
So I've seen people try to copy that. I've seen people see the success of the athlete and go, that's where it's at. We need to find sports people. But they don't have the network.
Exacto. Entonces, lo que hay que hacer es conectar con personas, por ejemplo, de este atleta que amplió su red y buscar personas que sean atléticos, deportistas.
So I think the key is to value the strength of our own networks, the advantages of them.
La clave es empoderar nuestra red.
Yeah, and build that. Don't try to make it something different.
Y construir sobre de esa red, no tratar de hacer otra cosa.
So that to me is a bigger issue and really important. Don't worry about trying to get more men. You're doing great getting all the women in. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Okay, no nos preocupemos por traer hombres, sino sigamos trayendo más mujeres.
Yeah.
Yes, and we enjoy very much to work like friends, no? With a lot of women.
Yeah, it's working.
Yes. So please, Ben, tell us, it's a big issue and we work on that in this time about productivity. How we could be more productivity in home office with the wife, with the spouse, the kids and everything. How did you manage this with agenda, electronic agenda? How do you set your activities and commit with that?
The starting point is we've got to learn to say no.
Le pregunté a Ben le pregunté a Ben que en esta pandemia algo que con lo que batallamos bastante es la productividad, estando en casa todos, con las familias, con los hijos, cómo él tiene su agenda, cómo él se organiza y cómo pone las actividades de tal forma de que pueda comprometerse a cumplirlas. Dice que lo primero es aprender a decir que no.
Yeah, the starting point is we've got to learn to say no.
Okay, lo principal es decir no.
So it's hard. It's not easy. Yeah, but we've got
no es fácil.
We've got to differentiate between what is good, what is better, and what is best, and then choose the best.
Tendremos que diferenciar entonces entre lo bueno, lo más bueno y lo mejor. Y tenemos que escoger lo mejor.
There are lots of good things to do, but they're not always the best things to do.
Hay muchas cosas por hacer, pero no siempre son lo mejor por hacer.
So this requires us being very focused on our goals. They've got to be very clear in our mind. What am I working to achieve and become?
Okay, esto requiere que seamos muy claros en nuestras metas, qué es lo que quiero lograr, qué es lo que requiero hacer para lograrlo.
If it's the most important thing that can get me there, I do it. If it's a distraction, I've got to be tough and say no.
Okay, establecer prioridades en el sentido de qué es lo más importante.
I learned this as an example when I was in the office, when I was managing director and president.
Esto lo aprendí cuando yo era gerente. What was your position, Ben?
Managing director and president.
Fui director gerencial.
Director general.
Director general, ¿verdad?
Yeah, because I would get, field leaders would call me and say, Ben, we've got a great idea for a new product or a great idea for a new incentive or a new feature that we could have on our website.
Entonces me daban tres opciones, ¿no? Me decían, Ben, again, the three
Yeah,
items.
we've got a great product idea or a great incentive idea.
Ok, me daban decidir entre dos opciones, o una idea de producto genial o un incentivo.
Or we're having this meeting. Can you come to my event? Can you come to my event? Can you come to my event?
O una reunión, ¿puedes venir a mi evento?
There were a lot of good ideas, but I couldn't do them all.
Habían muy buenas ideas, pero no podía.
I didn't have the time and I didn't have the resources.
No tenía el tiempo.
So what do I do?
¿Qué es lo que hice?
I have to get back in touch with what is my vision and my goal. What am I striving for?
Tenía que mirar estar en contacto con mi visión.
So
And what else? Ben, sorry, my vision and what else?
What am I striving to achieve?
Exacto, ¿y qué es lo que me impedía lograrlo?
So I want to put this in the context of here and now. If I'm wanting to rank advance at the end of the month, for example, how do I prioritize here and now?
O sea, ¿cómo es que iba a llegar al final de mes? ¿Cómo es que iba a priorizar estas actividades o estas ideas?
I've got another great book, Barbara, that you may or may not have heard of. Essentialism.
Tengo otro libro muy bueno.
The Disciplined Pursuit of Less.
Okay, thank you.
This is a good friend of mine, the author that wrote this book. But it talks there about identifying priorities.
Okay, este libro habla de identificar prioridades.
The word priority means the first or prior thing.
Exacto, la palabra prioridad significa lo primero.
It is number one. It's not number 3 or 4.
Es el número uno, no es ni el 2 ni el 3.
So I would invite everyone to identify what is my goal that I want to achieve by the end of the month.
Quiero invitar a todo mundo que prioricen cuál es su meta y cuál es esa meta que quieres lograr a final de mes.
What are the most important things and the best things that I can do to get there?
Okay, ¿cuáles son las cosas más importantes y cuáles son las mejores para que yo pueda llegar a ello?
What are the things that are good but not necessarily best?
¿Cuáles son las mejores, pero no necesariamente las mejores?
Cut out the good stuff. Cut out the good stuff. Cut out the good things. Do the best things.
Ok, que cortemos las buenas cosas y más bien vayamos por lo mejor.
Right now, if you're wanting to rank advance, the best thing would be to find new people to bring into your business before the end of the month.
Lo que podemos tomar en cuenta, pues, es traer personas al final de mes.
That should be a number one priority.
Esa debe de ser nuestra prioridad número 1.
So we say yes to that, we say no to other things.
Ok, así que decimos a eso que sí y decimos a otras que no.
And amongst all of that, we always say yes to our spouses and our family. We need to balance the family time too. Yeah.
Claro, pero también tenemos que balancear entre familia y lo que es mejor para nosotros. También tenemos que tener ese balance.
And as a husband and wife, it's really important for us. Kim and I are on the same page when it comes to our Niken goals.
Y por ejemplo, como esposo y esposa, Kim y yo estamos en la misma sintonía en cuanto a Niken se refiere.
That means as I make priorities and say yes to critical things,
Así que yo pongo prioridades a situaciones o a cosas muy, muy críticas.
she's saying yes too. It's a
Ella-
shared sacrifice.
Ella dice que sí, porque también implica un sacrificio.
If it's not doing it that way, it's conflict.
Si no se hace de esa manera, entonces hay conflicto.
So we need to get harmony and unity as a family on our goals and what Niken can do for us.
Entonces necesitamos tener armonía, unidad en esas metas, en lo que Niken nos ofrece y hace por nosotros.
Then the children are grateful for the sacrifice of time in the short term.
Así que los niños están agradecidos con ese sacrificio en cuanto a tiempo.
Because you're taking them on a holiday in the long term.
Claro, porque entonces los llevas de vacaciones en el largo tiempo. O sea, lo que quiero decir, lo que quiere decir Ben es que en corto tiempo es un sacrificio para ellos, pero en largo tiempo ellos tienen una recompensa que es la vacación.
Yeah, my wife or your husbands will be happy with the sacrifice of time now because they get more of you later.
Ok, entonces mi esposa lo que hace es que se sacrifica en corto tiempo, pero tiene la recompensa a largo tiempo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
Yes, and I think we are example for our kids, that they saw that we are a team and we have goals, and that's the best thing that we could learn with example. Okay, Ben, we have some questions about the time we have, and I want to give priority to the guests to make the question. So,
Sure.
Hi, Ben. My name is Freddy from Peru, and I would like to know how can I reach people I know in USA, US citizens, and how they can listen to me. The way to make them more receptive. If they never hear about Niken, how can I introduce Niken to them and to make them open their eyes to see the opportunity? Being a Peruvian, what can be the most valuable tips you can give it to me?
Okay. The starting point is technology helps us to connect with people in America.
La tecnología nos ayuda. Bárbara, ¿puedes explicarle preguntas que la perdí?
Sí, Ben, I'm going to tell the...
Translate the question.
Translate the question,
yes. Nos pregunta Freddy, bueno, le pregunta a Ben, que cómo él como peruano puede lograr contactar a las personas que conocen Estados Unidos y que él logre conectar con ellos, que Freddy logre poderle ofrecer la oportunidad a las personas de Estados Unidos y que lo logren escuchar. ¿Cuáles son los mejores tips que tiene Ben para que él pueda conectar con estas personas? Y Ben nos está diciendo que a través de la tecnología. Ok, Ben.
Yeah, so the starting point is to utilize technology. It might be Facebook, social media, other Instagram, other social media platforms where you can connect, WhatsApp, Messenger, where you can start a conversation and reconnect with them.
Ok, lo primero que hay que hacer es usar la tecnología a nuestro favor, por ejemplo, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, y así entablar una conversación donde podamos conectar.
And the important thing to do in order to effectively introduce Nikan is to ask questions.
Y lo más, bueno, lo siguiente sería, y lo que es muy efectivo es empezar a hacer preguntas.
So you might ask questions like, how have you and your family been affected by the pandemic?
Por ejemplo, preguntas como, ¿qué tan afectado han estado su familia y usted por la pandemia? Wow.
How's your health?
¿Cómo está tu salud?
Yeah. When you think about your future and your plans, what's important to you?
Cuando hablas acerca de tus planes, ¿qué piensas acerca del futuro?
Get to understand what their priorities are and what they're working to achieve.
Entender cuáles son las prioridades de estas personas y entonces ayudarlos a que logren esos cometidos.
And then ask the interested follow-up questions.
Y luego hacerles preguntas que realmente denoten interés. Interested.
Yeah, the genuine.
Okay, las preguntas genuinas.
Yeah. For example, if they share their plans for the future, that sounds fantastic. Are you on track? Is that a goal that you're going to realize?
Por ejemplo, si preguntamos cosas acerca del futuro, entonces ya estamos en el camino con ellos.
The objective here is, as you listen to their answers, is there a gap? Is there a point of pain or discomfort where they aren't on track? Can you fill a void? Can you make a difference?
Aquí lo que importa es que si hay alguna brecha entre esas preguntas para poderlos abordar de diferente manera y poderlos ayudar.
So with their answers, you can then create a bridge to the opportunity in Nikan.
Y de acuerdo a sus preguntas, podemos hacer un puente de comunicación para poderlos llevar con bien a Nikan.
For example,
Por ejemplo,
they might say, work is going okay, but I'm a little nervous.
el trabajo va bien, estoy un poco nervioso.
You could respond and say, if I had something that could give you more peace of mind financially, would you be interested?
Por ejemplo, si yo te dijera que puedes estar financieramente más tranquilo, ¿qué dirías?
And then you can introduce Nikan. So again, listen, understand the gap, and then Nikan provides the solution.
Entonces, de nuevo, escuchar, comprender la brecha y entonces introducir Nikan para poderlos ayudar.
And another thing that I would say, Freddie, is you've got American friends or English friends living in America that are here to help you as well. Yeah, so you can always utilize people like me to do some presenting on your behalf.
Ok, entonces te diría, Freddy, que puedes usar a tus amigos americanos o ingleses que te puedan ayudar a dar presentaciones, por ejemplo, yo. Ben.
So, yeah, that's an offer available to everyone. If you've got contacts in the US and you need some help delivering the presentation or supporting them in their business, that's what American Upline is for.
Exacto, entonces es delegar de alguna manera y ayudarnos con esos contactos que tenemos en Estados Unidos para que den esas presentaciones, porque también está la red por allá.
I hope that helps.
Okay, Ben.
Eso ayuda mucho.
We have a last question because the time, I don't want to be very respectful about your time. So they said, Lorena, how do you manage objections about it's expensive, the product, or it's, I don't know, it's not for the person because they don't know how to sell. How do you manage the objections?
There's a couple of techniques that are easy to practice when someone has an objection. I call it the feel, felt, found approach.
Ok,
Barbie,
sí, le pregunté a Ben que cómo maneja objeciones acerca de que es caro el producto o que las personas dicen que no es para ellos el negocio, que no saben vender. cómo él maneja estas objeciones y dice que tiene un método.
Yeah, so the approach that I use is 3 words: feel, felt, found.
Feel, felt, and found.
Yes. I'll give you an
Okay.
example in just a sec.
Oh, ok. El método que usa Ben es de 3. Feel, felt, and found. O sea, que siento, sintió y encontró.
So, for example,
Por ejemplo.
someone may say, you know, I find that the water system is just too expensive.
Ok, por ejemplo, si alguien me dice que está muy caro el sistema.
I would respond and say, I'm really grateful that you shared your concern with me. Thank you.
Estoy muy agradecido que me comentes tu preocupación al respecto.
I understand how you feel.
Entiendo cómo te sientes.
When I first looked at Nikan, I felt the same way with some of the product prices.
Cuando recién yo llegué a Niken, también sentí lo mismo acerca de los productos.
But what I have found as I use them is the value that they provide is so good, it makes every penny count.
Pero lo que yo descubrí de Niken es lo valioso que tienen los productos o que son los productos.
You can use a number of different responses in that process, but I want to emphasize the process.
Podemos encontrar muchas respuestas en ese proceso, pero solamente voy a enfatizar algunas.
You first show respect to how they feel.
Muestras respeto en cuanto a cómo ellos se sienten.
You show empathy by saying, I've felt the same way, or maybe someone I know has felt the same way.
Muestro empatía de cómo yo me siento, o también otra persona, cómo se siente en lo que esta persona me dice.
And then you help to resolve the concern by saying what we've found with real experience is something quite different.
Ok, entonces trato de ayudar y le digo que he encontrado una solución diferente. No, this last part, I didn't get it, sorry. What would be the help?
Is the solution. What we have found is what we thought was not the case.
Ok, entonces encontramos una solución en cuanto al caso.
Yeah. And so it's that 3-step process. It's nice and simple. And I like it because it's something that we can teach everyone that's in the business to practice. Someone that's brand new can practice feel, felt, found.
Feel,
it's nice and easy.
Ok, entonces cualquiera puede practicar este método, feel, felt, and found, que quiere decir sentir, sintió y encontrar. Pero se resume en 3, ¿no? You can summarize this method, Ben, by showing respect, empathy, and help by giving a solution.
Yes.
Ok. Entonces sería mostrar respeto, empatía y ayudar buscándole una solución a esa situación que se nos presenta.
And it's something that we can teach everyone that's brand new because it's easy to follow.
Ok, entonces esto se lo puede enseñar a cualquier persona, sobre todo a los nuevos influencers que están llegando y que puedan comprender este concepto.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
So, thank you very much, Ben. We are very excited. We take notes about all the tips. I tape the interview so we can share. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lorena, gracias Lorena por ayudarme. La verdad es que yo conocí a Lorena en unas vacaciones. Ella fue un contacto en frío. I told that I met Lorena in a holidays. I was in the pool and everything, and now it's my partner and my friend. That's Niken. That's the way we live Niken. We have a lot of friends for the business. Thank you very much because you are very brave to make the translation. It's not easy to put all the time your attention. And thank you very much, Ben. I have the last question because my husband told me that they follow you in LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, please ask about the book. It's available in Amazon. Ben have his own book. Could you tell us about your book, how it's about, and if we can buy it in Amazon?
Sure. So this is the book. It's called The Empowerment Paradox, 7 Vital Virtues to Turn Struggle into Strength. And the purpose of the book, I'll allow for translation.
Again, the name of the book, sorry, Ben.
The Empowerment Paradox.
O sea, es la paradoja del empoderamiento, algo así.
Yeah. And the subtitle is 7 Vital Virtues to Turn Struggle into Strength.
O sea, son 7 virtudes vitales para convertirlas en fortalezas.
So the purpose of the book is to explore the role of adversity and suffering in life.
Ok, entonces el propósito del libro es poder, again, sorry, Ben, I am getting distracted, sorry.
Yeah, it explores or discusses the role of adversity, struggle, and suffering in our lives.
Ok, entonces el propósito del libro es explorar esa adversidad que tenemos en nuestra vida.
And its relationship to joy and happiness.
Exacto, y está relacionado con felicidad, con alegría.
And then it discusses essential virtues that we need to develop, not just to survive hard things, but to be transformed for the better by them.
Entonces, lo que habla el libro es que podamos convertir eso en fortalezas, en no solamente en la adversidad y el sufrimiento, sino que realmente podamos con ese desafío.
Because our goal isn't to survive, it's to prosper. And so it really discusses how can we prosper and flourish when things are hard.
¿Cómo es que podemos prosperar y florecer a pesar de esa adversidad?
And it's been great. So yes, it's available on Amazon. You can get it in an audio book, paperback, hardback.
Está disponible en Amazon, audiolibro o también para leer.
And it's been very well received. I've been really grateful at how many different spaces have come to me to interview me and to have me speak with them. And it's been great.
Ha sido muy bien recibido, he hablado con personas y estoy muy agradecido por esto.
Yeah, so I've had the Chicago Booth Business School, which is one of America's top business schools, recently interviewed me.
La Escuela de Chicago de Negocios recientemente me entrevistó.
The BBC Radio in England.
La BBC de Londres, perdón.
Yeah, the National Health System in the UK.
National House System.
The National Health System.
Okay, la nacional.
Nacional, sí.
Yeah.
Exacto.
And lots of different places. It's been exciting. It's been good.
Okay, y muchos lugares. Ha sido muy, muy emocionante.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ben. They ask us if you can put the book again in the camera. Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. It's the Empowerment Paradox of Ben Woodward.
Yeah. There you go.
We can we need to buy to read because it's very beautiful. I heard you in Mexico one time and you tell your story about your life with your family when you grow up. So maybe I think it's like a kind of that.
Yeah, it was if I'm going to talk about struggle as a writer and difficult things, I had to talk about my own. Yeah, that became an important part. And so that was a scary part for me in getting very open in sharing some of my own struggles that have been really quite personal and how I've dealt with them. So that's where the lessons came from.
Sí, dice Ben que si él está escribiendo acerca de las dificultades y las adversidades, como escritor, él también tuvo que haberlas vivido y sí, su historia también tiene mucho que ver con lo que él está plasmando en el libro. Se los recomiendo porque conozco la historia y créanme que sí es saltar de la adversidad hacia la felicidad. Así es que bueno, let me check. They ask if you know in Europe, they had like a Friday, a Black Friday like in US.
Yeah, they've got a catalog. I'll check. I think it's already been shared with the groups, but I can share it with you if you want, Barbara, and maybe you can disseminate it.
Okay.
They have a Christmas catalog with a special offer for now through to December. So they have a Christmas offer.
Perfect. Le pregunté que si había Black Friday en Europa y me está diciendo que sí, que hay un catálogo navideño que ya está disponible con ofertas y me lo va a pasar a mí y yo lo voy a pasar en todos los WhatsApp para que ustedes lo puedan tener.
Yeah, so I'll send you the catalog and we can share it out that way.
Okay, perfect. So thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
It's a great pleasure to have with us today. So thank you very much. Gracias a todos y bueno, mucho éxito en el cierre de mes de noviembre. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye. Thank you.
You, Ben.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
And thank you, Lore.
Gracias, Lore.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.